Hello everyone, this is JD Calderon and this is Indie Comics Explained, and today I'm taking a look at my latest read pile. So this is a pile of books that I've just recently went through in the last couple weeks. So we're going to go through these one at a time. A lot of awesome books here. And one or two of them that are okay. So let's just start some of the books that are okay. Battle Chasers, Joey Madureira, and Munir Sharif. Now, it says anthology, which is weird because this started off as its own limited series or its own series, and the thing that happened is that somewhere, I guess, along the lines, Joe Mad just ended up not being very interested in what was going on with it anymore, and just abandoned it and went on to start producing video games. Designing for video games. And the crazy thing about this book is if you're to look at it, you can find, if you're a fan of old 90s and 80s style anime, you can see just about every influence he has. I mean, I hate to say this, but there's nothing new or original in this book. It is fun, don't get me wrong. It was actually more enjoyable than I thought it would be. I remember I have a few of the issues, some of the original issues. I don't remember enjoying it that much, but I actually did enjoy this. I thought it was a bit of fun. I thought it was actually a shame that they didn't finish the story. But you know, these tropes with the gloves and you know the tough guy warrior dude with the sword and all this jazz. I mean, these are all things that we've seen in anime over and over again. Beautifully illustrated by Joe Mad. You know, Red Monica, always a favorite. It was just fun. It was a fun book. Like I said, the only shame of it is that it's incomplete. You know, he finishes obviously one arc. Then it was obviously more, and he just never got to the end of it, which is a shame. But, you know, overall enjoyable for what it is. I don't think we're going to be seeing any more from this series or from Joe Matt. You never know, but I doubt it. Cosmic Ghost Rider destroys the Marvel history. Now, this thing. Originally, the reason I got it, I thought it was written by Donnie Cates. It's written by a couple other guys. See if I can find their names. Gerard Sandoval and Victor Navino. Paul Scheer and Nick Giovanetti. All right. The artwork in here is actually good. I like it. The only thing is that this story, like, I don't know if these guys are still working at Marvel or they're not working at Marvel. I don't know what's going on with them. But the thing is that just in flipping through it, there's a lot going on, and I mean a lot that's going on. And it looks like these two guys got together and they said, we're only going to have 4 issues. We're going to have to put everything in it. And unfortunately, for me, this doesn't work. It just feels overstuffed. You know, I know they're trying to get their story told. They're trying to get it done. And they only have X amount of pages to do it. And it's unfortunate. I think they probably needed 2 more issues to probably tell this story properly. This has happened to me in the past when I worked professionally. I needed 2 more issues. Publisher was like, no, you're only getting 4 issues. And I was like, it's not going to work as well. But, you know, things happen. Not necessarily my cup of tea. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. Black Hammer, Streets of Spiral. This is Jeff Lemire bringing on a bunch of different people to work on his property. The Black Hammer. You have, obviously, Jeff Lemire. But you have Dustin Nguyen, Mike Allred, Nate Powell, Matt Kent, Ray Fox, David Rubin, and a bunch of other creators coming in here just to have some fun in Jeff Lemire's world. And overall, I enjoyed it. I've yet to see anything that came out of this series, the Black Hammer series, that was not good. I mean, all of it is good. So this was a lot of fun. So I enjoyed this book very much, and I'm looking forward. I have another book of Jeff's from that universe that I'm still on my pile. So hopefully I'll get to that soon. May Volume 2, Gene Ha. And he has a section in here that was actually written by Mark Waid. And he has another writer in here, Molly Jane Kramer. And I think that's it. But overall, I really enjoyed this series. I had the first volume. I backed it on Kickstarter. I enjoyed it. It was originally published, I believe, through Dark Horse, and then it moved to Lion's Forge. Indie comics is a tough gig. I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. And even a guy like Gene Ha, who's worked at Marvel, has worked at DC, has probably been on high end books like the Avengers and X-Men or whatever he's done over there. You know, possibly Superman, Batman, who knows? I mean, I'm not keeping track. But he's an excellent artist. I love it. I really enjoy this story. I really like these characters. I liked a couple of the spins that he had done on it. The only thing I say is that I hope he can produce more. I don't know what's going on with the series. I don't know if there's more single issues coming out. I hope he'll be able to continue, and I hope he'll be able to bring it to a satisfaction. I mean, to an ending that he's satisfied with. So we'll see. This is again another fun series. If you can track down the first volume, this is the second volume. Definitely worth having if you like indie books. This is definitely a great book. I really enjoy this. Okay, now we have Warren Ellis's The Wildstorm. This is volume 4. Now, it's funny because it's basically Warren Ellis retreading this series. It's basically him retreading a lot of what he's already done in Wildstorm through the Authority, Planetary, and Stormwatch. And basically, it's kind of like him kind of retelling that story just from maybe a slightly different angle. And he's just changed a few things, and he's modified the characters, and he's changed them around a bit. He's changed the, I guess, the races of a couple of the characters. I mean, yeah. But overall, it's Warren Ellis, so it's quality and it's good work. This is the 4th volume, and there is a conclusion to the story, and I'm kind of hoping it's not the conclusion of the series. I'm hoping that there'll be more of this from Warren Ellis. Because the problem I find, like with The Authority, he only did 12 issues, and then, all right, and then he was like, okay, I'm done. And he just moved on. I'm hoping there'll be more. So there's 4 issues, probably anywhere from 18 or 16 to 20 issues total. I'm hoping there'll be more. I'm just hoping. Because I would like to see further adventures with him doing the writing on the work. With The Authority, Mark Miller came on. He did a good job, but he ended up making the series just a little bit more grimy than it was. So I would really like to see that continue. The next one up is the final volume of The Wicked and Divine by Kieran Gillen and McElvey. Now, this is volume 9. Okay. So this brings the series to a conclusion. I like the conclusion of the series. I'm happy it came to it. It's one of these things, like I'm always saying, you know, the series just need to have conclusions. They need to be brought to an end. A lot of people, I think, when they're making their own comic books, they think like they want to create the endless story, like Superman or Batman, where it just goes on forever and ever and ever. I mean, I guess that's fine if that's the sort of thing you're focused on, just creating the endless action adventure. I prefer, you know, the single story, or the story that has a conclusion. And I think that primarily comes from when I was a kid. I read a lot of novels, and in those novels had conclusions. So even if it was 3 books, you still had a conclusion at the end, and it was just, you know, in a denouement, or, you know, sometimes with, you know, what goes on with the characters. So, but this was good. I enjoyed this thoroughly. Kieran Gillen's an excellent writer, and I mean, his stuff is always quality. So, looking forward to his next series. Baltimore, I already did a review on this book. This is a great book. This is part of the BPRD Hellboy universe. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to the second volume. I ordered it already, and I'm just really looking forward to it. So, and this is just a story of Lord Baltimore, who's set loose and evil on the world, and he basically becomes obsessed with destroying that evil, because that evil destroyed his family and his faith, and it's his, I guess, destiny to destroy evil, and he himself won't be destroyed until that evil is destroyed. So, and it kind of reminds me of Solomon Kane by Robert E. Howard, and I just think this is Mike Mignola's version, his version of that stereotype. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Really, like I said, again, looking forward to the second one. This, if you enjoy BPRD and Hellboy, definitely a book to get. Last but certainly not least, Beasts of Burdens, Neighborhood Watch, Evan Dorkin, Joe Thompson, Sire Dyer, Benjamin Dewey, Mike Mignola, Jason Arthur, Nate Picos. This series is awesome. I think people misjudge it. It's about a group of dogs, and they go on adventures, and they're basically monster, demon hunting, fighting dogs, and some cats that help them out with the magic. And they go out and they beat up monsters and demons, and they put these things to right. And I mean, it's just an excellent series. I think Evan Dorkin, he's had problems with his partner, and I guess his co-creator, and that is Joe Thompson, because she's very busy. She has a very successful career in doing children's illustration. She's in demand, so she doesn't always have time to do this. He's done a spin-off with another artist, and he's also worked that same artist in the same book. I would really like to see him do more. This is obviously the series that Evan Dorkin was made to write. I mean, I've never read Milk and Cheese. A lot of people say it was a lot of fun. Never read it. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but this is awesome. And, it's great because there's a Hellboy crossover. And, he's talking to the dogs and cats, and, they're helping each other fight monsters and demons and golems and that sort of thing. And these stories are very touching, and this is very well done. I mean, Evan Dorkin really knocks it out the park. I really enjoy these. And, I wish him the best. I hope he can do more. I hope he does more. I really want to see more of these books. These are excellent books. This is the third one in the series. I would say if you don't have any of these, pick up the first one. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. And beyond that, I would just say pick up the other two, because that's the only way these books are going to survive. If people just buy these books. Excellent book. You can't go wrong with Beasts of Burden or Baltimore or The Wicked and Divine. This was good. This was fun. I can pass on that one. And that was also way more fun than I thought it would be. So, there you have it, guys. This is my latest repo. If you like what I had to say, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to read some of my work, go check out the OswaldChronicles.com. And I have an Indiegogo currently running. So, just, help support the cause. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.